When companies develop a medical device and look to enter North America, one of the first strategic questions is, should we go to the United States first or to Canada first? While both countries have mature, risk-based regulatory systems, there are important structural and procedural differences that manufacturers need to understand. Let's break it down. In the United States, medical devices are regulated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, known as the FDA, specifically the Center for Devices and Radiological Health under the U.S. FDA. In Canada, devices are regulated by the Medical Devices Directorate, MDD, under Health Canada. Both agencies use a risk-based classification system, but the terminology differs slightly. In the US, devices fall into Class 1, 2, or 3. Class 1 is low risk, Class 2, moderate risk, Class 3, high risk. In Canada, devices are classified as Class 1, 2, 3, or 4. Class 1 is the lowest risk, Class 4 is the highest risk. Now, generally speaking, US Class 3 devices often align with Canadian Class 4 devices, though classification must always be assessed carefully. In the United States, most moderate risk devices require a 510(k) submission, demonstrating substantial equivalence to a predicate device. High-risk devices require pre-market approval, or PMA, which involves extensive clinical data and a much more rigorous and robust review. In Canada, Class 2, 3, and 4 devices require a medical device license, MDL for short. One key difference here is that in the US, 510(k) pathway relies heavily on comparison to a legally marketed predicate, whereas in Canada, there is no predicate equivalence model in the same way as it is in the US. Instead, it evaluates safety and effectiveness based on the submitted evidence package. In the US, manufacturers must comply with 21 CFR Part 820. This is known as the Quality System Regulation. However, the FDA is transitioning to align more closely with ISO 13485 under the Quality Management System Regulation Framework. In Canada, ISO 13485 certification is mandatory for Class 2, 3, and 4 devices. Certification must be obtained through a recognized registrar under the Medical Device Single Audit Program, known as MDSAP. Medical Device Single Audit Program, this is the MDSAP, is a major strategic difference. So again, in Canada, ISO 13485 and MDSAP is required before licensing. In the United States, FDA inspection typically occurs post-market, unless you have MDSAP. Timelines and strategy between these two cases. So in many cases, Canada offers a more predictable licensing pathway, especially for moderate risk devices. In the US market, it is significantly larger and may require more complex predicate analysis or clinical justification. Some companies pursue Canada first to gain North America regulatory experience and post-market data before entering the US. Now that's of course if they have MDSAP. That's often a big hurdle. Now, others prioritize the US due to market size and reimbursement potential. Both countries require complaint handling, adverse event reaction reporting, recalls, and corrective actions. However, reporting timelines and definitions differ slightly, and manufacturers must ensure procedures reflect the jurisdictional nuances. At a high level, both Canada and the United States use risk-based frameworks focused on safety, effectiveness, and quality systems. The real differences lies in submission, the structure of the submission, the quality system certification requirements, predicate reliance, strategic market access considerations. Choosing the right pathway isn't just a regulatory decision, it's a commercial one. Understanding these differences early can save significant cost and regulatory friction.